All right, so for class, we need a strap and some little massage balls and a sock, and then access to a wall. Okay. Everybody, you're all ready to rock and roll, Christine. We'll give Patty a second to come on back. But we're gonna start on our backs. So go ahead and make your way there with your strap handy whenever you're ready.
Handle that after. Okay. Did you already start the recording? Oh, we don't, because you're doing it in a different thing, so I don't have to.
Yep. Yeah. We are
Go ahead and mute myself.
All right. Good. Go ahead and make your way down whenever you're ready. And we'll just start. Patty, we're just going to start on the floor on your back to make sure you got your strap handy. We'll just start with a little bit of slow breathing to kind of get us into it. Go ahead and bend your knees. Put your feet on the floor about hip width distance and do just a teeny little tailbone tuck. So we start to get into your posterior chain. Take a slow breath in through your nose. Open mouth, exhale. Good. Do a couple more like that. Settling in. Let's take one more slow breath in. Slow breath back out. Good. And then slowly start to hug your knees into your chest. So we're going to work on balance and feet today. So a lot of this beginning stuff is going to be some nice, good footwork. So stay on your back too. Yeah, just go ahead and roll a little bit side to side or circle a little bit through your lower back. Good. Okay, so then keep your right leg in, let your left leg go back on the floor. You can either have your leg be straight or you can bend at your knee either way. And we'll kick right leg straight up towards the ceiling. If you want to, you can hold behind your thigh. Or if you don't want to, you can just let your hands relax. So we're going to do an alphabet here with our ankles. So here comes right away some good ankle mobility. Do you guys know? Just do your best working through your alphabet. You can do cursive, capitals, lowercase, doesn't matter. Basically what we're doing is just making sure that the ankle and the foot are moving through as many different combinations of movements as we can. Try not to skip anything movement-wise. It's fine if you skip some letters here and there. Try to get it moving as much as you can. Good. Okay, wherever you are, that's good there. Pause and then scrunch your toes in like you're making a fist with your foot, and then spread your toes nice and wide. And then do that a couple of times. Good scrunches in and spread wide. Good. Take one more breath in. Full breath out. Good. And then switch. So we'll hug both knees in. Get a little bit of movement, and then we'll switch legs. So right leg goes down, left leg comes up, and again, we'll start with the alphabet. And right away, here's a good place to notice that when we do asymmetrical things, the body's usually a little bit different. So you might feel, less movement, or maybe more movement, or maybe it's easier, things like that on the side. Remember to try not to skip any places that you're moving your foot into. All right, wherever you are, that's good. Let's do a couple of toe scrunches and spreads. Okay, it's just getting some good fluid around the joints in your feet. Good, do that one more time. Scrunch in real tight, and then spread nice and wide. Good, and then let that like come down. We'll hug knees in again. And then we'll go back to the first side. So right knee in, left leg comes back down. And then right leg up towards the ceiling. Now this is a little bit funny. You guys will probably remember this online here. We're gonna move the 4 directions that your foot can move in. So we're gonna start by pointing your toes like your little ballerina foot. You should feel the front, like your shins really stretching here. And then keep your ankle in this forward motion and pull your toes back like it's a Barbie doll foot. Yep. And then pull everything back. So your toes stay pulling back towards your knees, and now your heels really pressing. You should feel your calf. Good. And the last combo is to keep your ankle back towards you and then scrunch your toes in again, like you're making a fist, just like we did before. And then from there, you can go ballerina. So everything goes away from you. Yep. And then ankle stays with the toes pressed back into that Barbie doll foot. And then everything pulls back. And then make a little foot fist. Good. Do that 2 more times. Ballerina, Barbie doll, everything back, foot fist, one more ballerina, Barbie doll, everything back, and a foot fist. Good, and shake it out a little bit. And then we'll hug that knee into your chest. And let's come into half happy baby. So right leg, you're gonna grab the sole of your foot or the back of your thigh. Remember, you can always use your strap. You got that handy here as well to put around your foot if you'd like. And just give it a nice pull in. Good, take a deep breath in. And a slow breath back out. Good. Resist it, but try to kick your foot into your hand a little bit. So you're resisting with your shoulder muscles, but you're kicking your foot into your hand. Maybe even straightening a little bit through the hamstring on the right side. Take one more breath in. And as you exhale, we're going to come into a gentle supine twist. So begin to bend through your knee, let your foot go, and then guide your right leg across your body, and then right arm up to the side. Good. Just nice and easy. Nice little movement through your lower back. Good. Breathe in. And breathe out. Nice. And then back to center. We'll give everything a good squeeze in. And then left leg stays, right leg goes back to the floor. And then left leg up. We're going to do those ballerina Barbie dolls here. So ballerina to start. Barbie doll just to toes, come back with ankle stays. And then everything pulls back towards your face. So you feel your calf. And then little foot fist, you're feeling the bottom of your foot there. So ballerina, Barbie doll foot, everything back. And then foot fist. Good, do 2 more rounds of that. Good, 1 more ballerina, Barbie doll, everything back. And foot fist. Good, and then give it a little shake out. And we'll take it into half happy baby. So left knee comes in, and you grab for the sole of your foot, or a strap around your foot, or your hand to the back of your left thigh. And then kick your foot into your hand, but resist it. Good. Big breath in. So breath out. And then release your foot. We'll carefully bring that into a supine twist. Yeah, bring it over to the right. Nice big stretch to the left pec. Okay, take one more breath in. Slow breath out. Nice. And then back onto your back. Give your knees a little hug in. And I forgot to say this, but go ahead and grab yourself a block or a small ball that we can put between your knees. Sorry, guys, I forgot to say that at the beginning. So if you have a little ball, otherwise a yoga block, we'll meet back. We're gonna do some bridges, but we gotta have a little support. Good. Okay, so feet about hip width distance apart. Teeny little tailbone tuck. We're gonna start with a couple of those hamstring activations here. So just a little bit more than what we started with at the beginning. So feet hip width, little tailbone tuck, and then you're gonna press your heels kind of down into the ground, and then that energetic dragging your heels back towards your glutes. Good, and then keep that. The intensity should be like a 3 or 4 out of 10. Good. Patty, we're just doing our hamstring pullbacks.
Where's the block between your knees?
Block between your knees or the ball, either one. So feet hip width, you're gonna pull your heels back in that drag, but it's just the energetic movement. You're not actually moving your heels. So tailbone tuck, feet hip width, little energetic drag back, breathe in through your nose. Open mouth, exhale. You should be feeling your heels, your hamstrings, your calves, and your glutes. Do 3 more rounds of breath here. When you finish that round, we're going to keep that block or ball between your knees. And then we're going to do a couple of bridges here. So teeny little tailbone tuck's going to stay. You're going to keep that energetic heel drag back, and then we'll lift your hips up until you start to feel your glutes engage. So unlike the big back bend version of bridge, this is all about getting your glutes to turn on. And then slowly lower back down. As you come to the bottom, teeny tuck, heels pull back so you're feeling your hamstrings, and then lift and lower. So keep going like that. So what we're doing here is finding our posterior chain. So we're priming it to engage, because when we go to balance in a little bit later on in class, we want to make sure that the posterior chain is coming with us so that we can really balance well. We've got good mobility going on in our feet and our ankles already from the beginning. And then we're going to ask our feet to do some strengthening exercises as well in a little bit. Good. Let's do 3 more. Little lift, little squeeze at the top so you're feeling your glutes. And then slowly lower back down. Tailbone tuck, heel drag, squeeze and lift. And then lower back down. Good, last one. Good. All right, let that ball go. Whew. We'll hug our knees in again. If you need a moment to straighten your legs, go for it. And then we're going to sit up. Nice. Find your strap. Good. You got your strap here. We're going to put it around both feet. So we'll start in a nice seated forward fold. We're going to use the strap to assist to like really make sure that we're feeling our calves and our hamstrings. So go ahead and put it on your feet. I always like to do a little wrap around my hands. And then sit up really tall. Make sure you can feel your sit bones here. And then pull your lower ribs in. Shoulder blades squeeze toward your spine. And then once you got everything going there, there's a little kind of pull back through your toes, little engagement through your biceps to help pull back. Should be feeling your legs. Nice. And then do a little neck circle just to make sure that we're not engaging our traps because we don't need those here. Think shoulder blades toward your spine to help engage through your shoulders. Good. And then reverse your circles. Nice. Whew. Good. Big breath in. Slow breath out. Okay, release some tension through the straps and then take your left foot out. So we just got our right foot in. And we're going to move your foot gently side to side. Can you see that okay? Like a little side to side movement. So you've got as much resistance on there as you feel like is like good for your ankles. Good. So just slowly to the right and to the left. You feeling that? Yeah. Good. Let's go 4, 3, 2. Last one. Good. And then stay here, but just pull back on your right foot. So you want the strap around the ball of your foot to give it a good pull back through your calves. Good. Sitting up nice and tall. Yeah, breathe in. And breathe out. Good, and then release some of that tension again, and we'll go forward and back with just a little bit of resistance on the strap. So as if it's one of those stretchy bands. You're providing the resistance, right? Mm-hmm. You should feel this in your shins, maybe your calves, a little bit in the ankle. Good, again, here's 4, 3, 2. Last one. Okay, and then swap your left foot in and take your right foot out. Good, once you got that, we'll go side to side with your left foot. You can sort of help a little bit with your hands if you kind of pull inside and then outside. Try to get, just like when we were doing our, excuse me, our ABCs earlier, trying to get kind of towards the end of that range of motion on each side with just a little bit of resistance to help it build a little bit of strength. That's it. Good. Sitting up nice and tall, still feeling your sit bones. Nice. Here's 4, 3, 2. Last one. Whew. And then relax and give it a little calf stretch. Just pull it straight back. Good. Breathe in. And breathe out. Nice. And then release some of that tension, and then we'll go forward and back. Your feet doing okay? Yeah. Okay, good.
Oh, but day.
Yeah, that's good. Good, that's it. Just a little bit of tension. 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Okay, and then let it all go. Let the strap go. If you want a moment to like give your ankles or your shins a little love, take it. Now let's do a little chest expansion. Taking your hands behind you, pulling your lower ribs in, scooping up through your chest and letting your head fall back. Just a nice little opening. Yeah, make sure you still feel your sits bones. Keep your lower ribs pulled in so your solar plexus is really strong. Nice. One more time. Breathe in. And breathe out. Good. And then we'll come into a full straddle. Good. Nice big stretch for your inner thighs. Whew. Good. Relax through your ankles. They don't have to point. They just did a lot of work. We can give them a breather. Good. So we got some mobility for our feet. We've got a lot of like bringing the fluids around the joints, especially in the ankle, but also some up through the toes. Did a little strengthening for the ankles and a little bit of stretching. And then we also worked on priming our posterior chain. So as we start to move through some sun salutations here, we're going to try to bring all those things together. Good, let's take one more breath in. Slow breath out. Nice, and then start to lift yourself back up, and then we'll make our way into tabletop. So you bend the knees, roll to one side, and then come onto hands and knees, and do a couple cat cows here. Good. Good, take a slow breath in as you drop your belly, gaze forward. Exhale and round back. So you're pressing the ground away, creating that nice strong stability through the shoulders. Good, one more time, inhale, drop and gaze. Exhale, round back. Nice, and then stay here, come to neutral, keep your solar plexus engaged, curl your toes under, press back to downward facing dog. And then take a moment to walk it out a little bit in your down dog. So bend the knee and then the other a few times, but as you do that, the knee that you're bending, see if you can bring a lot of that stretch up even into your toes. And then switch. So you're getting that kind of extreme Barbie doll foot once again, but a nice big stretch for your toes. Good, and the straight leg, a little stretch through the calves. Good, even yourself out, and we'll meet back in our normal down dog. From here, we'll inhale and gaze forward, and then exhale, walk up to the top of your mat. We'll pause here in a ragdoll, grabbing for your arms, keeping your feet about hip width, and then find a little rocking from your heels to your toes here in your ragdoll. Yeah. Good. Shake your head up, yes and no. Perfect. And then go ahead and release your hands, and your inhale, come up for halfway lift. So nice flat back. Solar plexus turn on, arms out to the side. Squeeze your shoulder blades toward your spine. Exhale, fold. And then inhale, stand all the way up. Good. When we get to the top, take a little side bend up and over to the right. Pause here, breathe in. And breathe out. Good. Inhale through center. Exhale, other side. Good. Inhale, reach up nice and tall. Exhale, take a little baby back bend. Nice. We're gonna move through that again. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step on back to plank. Press the ground away, be really strong, lengthen through the crown of your head. And then exhale, lower to your belly. You can drop to your knees first. Nice. And let's go hands back for cobra today. Again, keeping your solar plexus nice and strong. Inhale, peel head and chest up. And then think a lot about squeezing your shoulder blades towards your spine. Your elbows come along with them. And then exhale, lower back down. Inhale, bring it up to tabletop. Exhale, round through your spine. And then inhale, drop your belly, gaze forward. Good. Back to neutral, curl toes under, press back. Down dog. Nice. And then we're going to add a little bear crawl into this. So take your right hand and bring it about 3 inches forward and your left foot about 3 inches forward. And then press back into your left heel. So right leg can bend if you need a little bit less intensity. Left leg stays as straight as you can get it. So you're really feeling your left calf.
Oh, I went back too far.
Yeah, just about 3-inch movement. So you're just sort of offsetting your hands. Right hand forward, left foot forward. So opposite hand and foot. And then press back into that heel. Got it now?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Good. You should feel your left calf super strong. Good. Take another breath in. And back out. And then even yourself out and then switch. So left hand about 3 inches forward and right foot. Left hand, right foot. Pressing back into your right heel. Left leg can bend if you need to. Right leg stays as straight as you can. Good. So when we're focusing on balancing, a lot of the troubles that people have come from ankles being stable and strong, but also mobile, so that they're being used in the way they need to be, right? So a lot of ankle tension comes from tight calves. So that's why we're putting a bit of emphasis on that in our practice today. The other bit, of course, is the toes, which we are coming to shortly. Even yourself back out in your down dog, and then inhale, gaze forward, and exhale, walk up to the top. Pause here again. Take a big breath in. Slow breath out. Inhale, halfway left, arms out. Exhale, hold. Inhale, coming all the way up. Exhale, lean over to the side. Inhale up to center. Exhale, other side. Good. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, little baby back bend. Good. And then stay up here. Give your arms a little circle. Good. Backwards. Nice. And then shake it out. And then find your sock. Okay. Here comes the real fun part. We're going to drop it to the floor. So this is kind of important to not do on your mat because your mat is going to provide a little too much friction. So it's easier to do this on a slippery surface just to like get enough of that traction to pick it up. So yeah, so if you want to do it on your hardwoods, perfect. That's great. I'm just going to move on this blue mat. So all we're going to do is find mountain pose. And then you're going to take one foot. I got my right foot. I'm going to pick up my sock and then let it go. Pick it up. Let it go. So you're going to scrunch. Remember those foot fists we were doing earlier? Scrunch and lift. So do about 10 on each side. You can keep doing the same foot or you can alternate. So the key here is when you pick it up to like scrunch it in nice and strong so you feel the arch of your foot working. Good. Let's go ahead and switch feet here. Scrunch and lift. Sometimes the silliest things are the best things for us.
Sneaky balance.
Sneaky balance. It is totally sneaky balance. I was going to say something, but I was going to wait right to the end. You're totally balancing here on one leg, but you might not be thinking about it because you're thinking so much about picking up this darn sock. Nice job. Okay, last one on the side. Ooh, all right, give your both feet a little shake out and then take a moment to stretch your toes. If you put one foot back behind you, stretch your toes out underneath you. A little Barbie doll moment. Yeah, and then switch. Yeah. So your arch now. All right, here we go. So to the top of your mat once again. We're going to sit down to chair pose here. So sit nice and low. Keep your lower ribs pulled in. Feet about hip width. And then we're going to rock heel to toe a few times. So try not to move the rest of your body right as much as you can. So as you come forward, you're kind of just along for the ride, but your ankles and your feet are doing all the work instead of creating that momentum. So you're going to go nice and slow. Of course, lifting your toes always feels so funny to me. Good. Okay, and then pause here in the middle. Bring your weight to your right side. Left leg's gonna lift up nice and slow. And then step left foot back behind you. And we're gonna drop down to low lunge. Now, if you need a little bit more support for your knee, you can keep your back toes curled under. It's gonna just bring a little more tension into the knee joint, a little bit stronger around the muscles. And then reach your arms up overhead. So we're gonna start focusing on our balancing here. So remember, the big thing about this front leg is you always want to be pressing into your heel, so you're getting that posterior chain engagement. But don't lift your toes. The toes are an important part of balance, but you need to also make sure you're pressing through your heel, which is usually what we forget to do. So from here, take a big breath in, try to get nice and long through the crown of your head, strong right in the solar plexus, and then twist towards the right. So bring your left arm forward and your right arm back. As you twist, keep pressing into your heel to create that stability. Yeah, you can press into your back leg. That's it. Take another breath in. Slow breath out. Good, and then inhale, reach your arms up. And then exhale, we're coming right down to plank. Hands plant, step back, curl your toes under, and press into plank. Yeah, good. Take a big breath in. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, cobra. Hands in, low ribs in, solar plexus on, peel up. Elbows squeeze in. Exhale, lower. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, round through your back. Inhale to drop your belly and gaze forward. And then neutral spine, curl your toes under, press back, down dog. Good, and then inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, walk to the top. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair. So we're coming right into chair. Good, let's add some arm swings this time. So as you bring your arms back, you're gonna lift your heels up, come onto your toes. And then heels down, toes up, arms forward. Good, make it nice and slow. Keep your solar plexus pulled in nice and tight. And then back. Good, one more. Good, as the arms go back, you're also squeezing your shoulder blades toward your spine. Nice. And then toes up, arms up. Woo! Okay, back to neutral in the middle. Bring your weight to left leg. Right leg picks up. And then step back to low lunge. And then drop to your right knee. Yeah. And then toes can stay curled or not, up to you. And then arms reach up, press into your left heel. Relax the left toes. Get as long as you can to stay strong in your core. And then twist left. So right arm forward, left arm back behind you. Good. Keep pressing into left heel. Yeah, nice, good. Good, breathe in. Breathe out. Do one more, breathe in. And breathe out. Good, reach back up. As you exhale, we'll come back down to plank. Plant your hands, curl your right toes, step your left leg back. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, lower to your belly. Elbows in. Peel your solar plexus in, and then lift up. And then exhale, lower back down. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, round through your back. Inhale, drop your belly, gaze forward. Good, neutral spine, curl your toes, downward facing dog. Good, breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, walk up to the top. Good, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up to standing. Good, exhale, low side bend. Inhale, center. Exhale, other side. Good, okay, here comes a bit more balancing. So from the top, arms up, little baby back bend. Inhale, reach up. On your exhale, allow your arms to come down to the side. Find your sock again. Just for a little extra toe work here. So you're going to come back to your mat with your sock. And then grip it in your toes. And we're going to pick right leg up and hold it up. That's it. So you're squeezing, so you got your toes, the arch of your foot, you got these hip flexors really working, nice and strong in the front, quads turned on. Get nice and long through the crown of your head, solar plexus turn on as well. Take a big breath in. And then as you exhale, we're going to let the sock go and then step back to crescent lunge. Good, and then reach your arms up. And then exhale, open up, warrior two. Good, big breath in. Slow breath out. Make sure you're still pressing into this front heel, your knees open, and then we'll reach forward and tilt down for side angle. You're really long through your upper hand. And then keep your low ribs pulled in so our solar plexus still really engaged. Press into your front heel, inhale, reverse. Good. That's it. Deep breath in. Slow breath out. Good. Back to warrior two. And then spin your back foot back into crescent lunge. So you're on the ball of your back foot and you're about hip width distance apart. We're going to step our back leg forward to tree pose. So come up to tree. Yeah. And your foot can be, up high, or maybe it's just below the knee. Anywhere there is great. It's just that practice of stepping, turning out, and then coming up. Nice. Good. Okay, so now with our standing foot here, try to shift into the heel. Make sure the toes stay on the floor, but they're not scrunched up. We're really utilizing the muscles along the back of the leg to balance. Good. Take one more breath in. And then exhale, slowly release. Let that go. Good. Give it a good shake out. Take a deep breath in. Slow breath back out. Back to the top. And we'll find our sock with our left foot. Here we go. All right. Left leg lift. Pause here. Good scrunch happening in the toes. We're strong. Nice strong hip flexor. Feeling the back heel. Good. Slow breath in. Exhale. Drop your sock. Slowly step back. Crescent lunge. Good. We'll stay lifted up high in our crescent lunge. Adjust through your feet. Ooh, nice big stretch on that back foot. Arms reach up. Solar plex is on, nice and strong there. Deep breath in. Slow breath out. Good, we'll open up warrior two, spin your back heel down. Extend a little bit through the legs. Good, strong arms. Front heel engagement, reach forward and tilt down into side angle. Back arm lifts up nice and high. Good, take a big breath in. Slow breath out. Keep pressing into your front heel, reverse. Reach up and back, but stay in this front heel so you feel your front hamstring, your glute engaging. Good, and then back to warrior two, and then back to crescent lunge. So spinning on the ball of the back foot, bring it forward once again. Here's that step up to tree pose. So we'll come in to standing on one leg, and then pull the foot in. Yeah, you got this. Good. That big lift and secure. Nice. So wherever you are, this front heel is working hard. Toes relaxed. Really long through the crown of your head. Solar plexus turned on. Nice. Hands can be at heart. Hands can always be at hips or in tightrope stance, right? If you're feeling a little wobbly, arms out will give you a little help with that. Mm-hmm. Then take a moment to note which leg felt, easier or harder. Take one more breath in. And then slowly lower your left leg down. Take a moment to shake it out. Whew. Good, and then reach up nice and tall. Exhale and fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, point, step back to plank. Good, make it nice and strong. Slowly lower to your belly. Inhale, low cobra, solar plexus on. Exhale, lower. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, round. Inhale, drop and gaze forward. Neutral spine on the exhale, curl your toes, press back, down, up. Good, let's walk your feet together at the back of your mat so your big toes touch. And then right leg lift, bend your knees, stack your hip open into a half scorpion dog. And maybe circle your ankle a few times. And then inhale, right leg up. As you exhale, slowly bring right knee toward your nose. So you're going to round through your back, shift your weight into your hands, and then step your right leg forward. So we're once again prepping for a crescent lunge. Press into your front heel to come up to standing. That's it. Good. All right. So we're going to really put our balance to the test here. So we're going to try to wrap our back leg over the front. So it's going to look like this. We'll slowly lift up and wrap your leg into eagle. Okay? The left leg back behind you. Yep, you're going to shift your weight into your right heel and then wrap. Doing your best. And then if you can, the arms come with it. So right leg is on the bottom, which means right arm is on top. So left arm goes under, and you'll bring your palms together to touch or grab under your shoulders. Yeah. That's it. Stay here. Maybe lift your elbows up a little bit. And then as you exhale, carefully round into that sleeping eagle. Elbows pull in. Still feeling your front heel. Inhale, lift back up. Let's keep the arms, but slowly unwind left leg. Step back to crescent lunge. Nice. Bring the arms up. Bring a big breath in. And then exhale, lower it back down. We'll step right back to downward facing dog. Good job. Shake it out. Breathe in. And breathe out. Good. Feet together. Left leg lift this time. Bend your knees. Stack your hips. Kind of open up to the front of the hip there. Circle your left ankle a few times. Good. Left leg lifts up. And then as you exhale, knee to nose, round through your back, come onto the ball of the back foot, and then step left leg forward. We'll rise up, crescent lunge. Make sure your feet are about hip width as you come up. Okay. All right. You know where we're going. So get really comfortable into this front heel. And we'll start with just the legs. So right leg's going to come up and wrap around. So maybe there's a single wrap, or maybe you're able to double wrap at the top of the foot. And then right arm's on the bottom. Hands touch or grab a hold of your shoulders. That's it. Nice. Good. So toes relaxed, heel strong, maybe a little lift through the shoulders, and then a little sleeping action. As you're shifting, you're working that posterior chain. That's it. Good. And then inhale, lift up, right leg comes with. And then slowly step back. Crescent lunge once again. Nice. Unravel the arms, reach it up nice and tall. And then exhale, bring it down, hands to the floor, step back, downward facing dog. Good. Big breath in. Big breath out. Nice. And then we'll walk back up to the top of your mat. Slowly start to come up. This is perfect time to grab a quick sip of water. We're going to come over to our wall for a quick half stretch. Good. You may want a block if your knee is particularly sensitive, or just something to kind of push your knee into. Ready? So, remember there's the two different ways to stretch. We're not going to hold these for 2 minutes, which sometimes we do, and if you have the time for it, I definitely recommend it. But today, let's go left foot. We're going to stretch our left calf first, and we'll put the block right into the wall and have your knee press into it. Now, where you want to have your foot, and this may take a little practice to get there, is that you're going to wiggle your foot back until your heel can just barely stay on the ground. And then once you got that, you're going to step your back foot into a warrior two position.
Ooh, that's nice.
That's a nice deep stretch. So remember, there's the two muscles in the back of your calf, your gastrocnemius and your soleus. One of them needs to be stretched with the straight leg. One of them needs to be stretched with the bent leg. So here's the bent leg stretch. The straight leg stretch is the one we've done through the rest of class, right? With our down dogs, with our straps. Yep. And if you want that most intense version, I think you were just doing that, Patty, is you'll reach to the floor, and that'll give you the most intensity into that front leg. And if you need a little less, hands to hips, maybe hand to a wall. Yeah, staying back in that warrior two leg. Nice. Good, let's go one more breath in. Slow breath out. And then we'll carefully come back up and then we'll switch. So right leg goes in. Wiggle your foot back until you can just keep your heel on the floor. Definitely important that the heel stays on the floor, but it should be really hard to get it there. Back leg is in this warrior two shape. Woo! We're just stretching that right calf. You got it?
I don't think my calves are the problem.
Is it your ankle?
It's pretty easy.
It's pretty easy. That's nice.
It's good.
Yeah. Reach down to the floor. Woo! My calves are the problem.
Maybe I should go out from there. That's harder.
Yeah. Yep, wiggle it out to the edge. So you're just barely able to keep it on the floor. Woo, all right, and then come on out. We'll give your ankles a little circle. We'll find your small massage ball. You just need one. And we'll do a little massaging here at the end. Everything works so hard, we should, give it a little love. Welcome back, Christine. You came back for the massage.
Dad, I missed this. It sounded really fun. I'm still investigating. Jeez. I thought maybe you guys were all done already.
We're gonna do a little rollout here.
Nice.
Sorry, you're still on the phone.
I'll definitely try this next time.
Okay, let's start with our big toe.
I need another step.
Oh no.
Constantly missing. I'm going to use my big one.
Yeah, that's fine. So we're going to start with your big toe stretch. You're going to put your big toe on the ball, and then you'll step your other foot forward. And we'll just kind of quickly go through, each side. But if you have a little extra time, just like the calf stretches, recommend, giving yourself a little love for your feet. Always a good thing to do. Step back, come onto your toes. So now your toes are pressing against the ball. Woo, you should feel the arches of your feet. Oh my goodness. Maybe a little step forward for a little bit more intensity. Make sure your little toe gets in there at some point. Oh my. Good. Okay, coming out, and then go ahead and roll through your arches. Good. And we'll just go ahead and switch over to the other foot. So start with your big toe on the ball. For a little more intensity, step the other foot forward. Good. Give a breath in. Slow breath out. Good. We'll step back and do the rest of your toes here. Make sure your pinky toe gets in there. Interesting how one side, at least for me, felt in my toes like way more intensely on the right side than the left. And then roll it out through the arch of your foot a bit. All right, and then let's do the legs of the wall here at the end just to get your feet nice and relaxed, get all the blood flowing back towards your heart. So if you like, you might want to take a block with you. Sometimes it's nice to do legs up the wall with a block. Get yourself nice and close to the wall. Maybe lift up and put a block underneath your sacrum if you like. Legs against the wall. Or skip the block and just have the legs up. Let's just take a few moments here to relax. You want to do a couple of circles or something for your ankles, you can. Whew. Take one more slow breath in here. One more slow breath back out. Good, and then slowly starting to come back, hug one knee at a time into your chest, and a little bit of movement. And then we'll take your time and come on up to a comfortable seat. Nice, and then let's take hands together at your heart. The light in me honors, bows, and surrenders to the light within the each of you. Namaste.
Did you have to work? Yeah, my phone rang.